Jonathan Rice Davies, right?
Perfect.
Okay, and he was in Princess Diaries 2.
Royal engagement.
Royal engagement, excuse me, hashtag royal engagement, with none other than Chris Pine.
Okay, Chris Pine, yes. You know who else was in Princess Diaries 2?
No, do
Royal
tell.
engagement.
Who?
Disney legend Stanley. But I have an idea. Let's take the Chris Pine route. Okay. Sorry, I decided I would animate the presentation. Alright, so Chris Pine was in Into the Woods.
Yes.
Good one.
Emily, good one, Justin. Emily Blunt, okay.
She's in the upcoming Mo Mary Mo Poppins.
Mo Mary Mo Poppins. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna try and beat this from now on. So, okay, Mary Poppins, as we all know, one of the original composers in the first film. The original Mary Poppins was Richard Sherman, who coincidentally composed the theme song for the Stark Expo.
In Iron Man 2.
Yeah, Marvel.
Alright, so let's actually go the Mary Poppins route.
Okay.
And let's see. Alright, so let's take this to Peter Ellenshaw. This is actually a piece that we have in the Walt Disney Archive. A beautiful matte painting done by the artist, Peter Ellenshaw. And so Peter worked on many classic Disney films. He also worked on many things to do with Disneyland as well. And his son, Harrison, actually sort of understudied and apprenticed under him during that time.
Yeah, well, and yeah, he also, so he worked on the Star Wars films.
Ooh.
Yes. And he even made a cameo in one of the Star Wars films, Empire Strikes Back, alongside another famous Star Wars concept artist, Ralph McQuarrie.
Alright,
It's like being inside my head. So another actor actually made a cameo in, or not a cameo, but had a role in Empire Strikes Back. Let's
see if you can spot the actor.
Sorry, Commander Skywalker hasn't come in this entrance. He might have forgotten to check in.
It's not Harrison Ford.
And it's not on
Sir,
time.
the temperature's dropping too rapidly. That's right, my friend's out in. I've never said it. Your Tondano Creek, first marker. We'll see you in hell.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Alright,
So did you
did
get
anybody
anybody
spot who was in that scene? It's been a lot of Disney things.
Oh, come on.
A lot of Pixar things as well.
John Ratzenberger, who you probably know has has provided the voice to a character in every Pixar film since Toy Story. There are a few that you might recognize.
Alright, so let's see. Let's go back to Star Wars.
Okay.
Back to Star Wars here. Alright, so back to the planet of Hoth. The very famous AT-ATs. They were actually designed by visual effects director Joe Johnson. Cool. Joe Johnson would go on to direct a few films you may know of, called The Rocketeer, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Captain America, the First Avenger. So that gets us to Marvel.
Okay, Marvel's a good place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of my favorite Marvel characters of all times is Howard the Duck. Let's see what we
That's reaching there. Well, interestingly, yes. Interestingly, Howard the Duck was made by Lucasfilm, was a Marvel character, and around that time, George Lucas sold the software that Lucasfilm had created to do all sorts of computer animation. It was called Pixar. He sold it to Steve Jobs.
Pixar.
So there's another connection. But let's go Marvel. Interestingly, in the 1990s, Marvel created a bunch of different Disney comic books.
Yeah, my favorite is the crossover of Aladdin and Pocahontas in that top. Highly sought after and collectible.
Mm-hmm. But
you know, okay, so Marvel actually did the first Star Wars comic, so why don't we go back to Star Wars?
Star Wars the game.
Yeah.
There's never too much Star Wars.
Hashtag never too much.
All right, so there's actually something interesting in the next scene that you'll spot that you may recognize from somewhere else. And it's not the D23 Expo.
Oh, okay.
Another Disney place. So see if you can find it.
C-3PO.
Nope, not the droid you're looking for.
Sam.
Nope. But I
Rusty Joints. Tatooine.
Nope.
C-3PO. Jawas.
Wait,
Poutine.
what's that? A transport? I'm safe. Over here!
Anthony Daniels.
No.
British droids.
There are a lot of those.
Yeah.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. But actually, it was the crate dragon that you saw in the background there, the skeleton. Interestingly, was created for a 1975 film called One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing. Have you heard of it? Raise your hand if you've seen One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing. 2 people! 4 people! Awesome! One of them is Becky, but... actually, this was created in 1974 during the production of One of Our Dinosaurs is Missing, which was filmed at the Elstree and Pinewood Studios in London, which, if that sounds familiar, is where the original Star Wars movies were filmed, and England. So, alright, so the star of that movie was Peter Ustinov.
Oh, he was Blackbeard's ghost.
Yes,
And-
we went to our exhibit.
Yes, I did go to the Pirates exhibit. Great.
Yes, loved it. Alright, so what else did Peter Ustinov do?
I know. He provided the voice of Prince John, right? In Robin Hood.
Yes, Robin Hood. There we go. So sitting next to Prince John there is Little John, not to be confused with Baloo, who is basically the same character that also was played by Phil Harris in The Jungle Book.
Ah!
There we go.
Yes.
Yes. So let's go for The Jungle Book.
All right, Jungle Book. So,
The Beatles, the Vultures. So the Vultures, of course, in The Jungle Book were inspired by the Beatles, even though they were not voiced by them. And so
Paul McCartney. He's in the new Pirates movie.
wrong Beatle. Let's go with a different one. Let's go with John Lennon.
Cool shirt.
Yeah. So John Lennon gets us to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort.
How do we get to Polynesian Resort from here?
Because in 1974, he signed the papers that broke up the Beatles at Walt Disney World at that resort. Yeah. So what?
Dreams were not coming true that day.
No. All right, let's take the ferry across the Seven Seas Lagoon here and see where it takes us. All right, it looks like we're going to the Contemporary Resort.
Oh, I know. All right, the Contemporary Resort in 1973 is where Richard Nixon held his press conference where he had the famous "I am not a crook."
I'm not a crook.
Oh.
I earned everything I've got.
Yes, that was at the Contemporary Resort. Not in the Hall of Presidents, at the Contemporary. So let's take the monorail back across the lagoon to the Grand Floridian Resort. Alright, so interestingly, if you've ever seen the 1988 Touchstone Pictures film Cocktail, starring
Who hasn't seen that?
Who hasn't seen this best work? Interestingly, that movie is what the Beach Boys song Kokomo was written for. And so the music video for Kokomo was actually filmed on the beach there at the Grand Floridian Resort.
Wow.
And I know it's a blurry photo, but in the background on the pink shirt is John Stamos, who's competing against us in the arena right now.
I heard.
Yes.
Thanks, Uncle Jesse.
Yes. I bet he has a full house.
I'm sure he does. No one leave. Close the doors. Okay, so Beach Boys, we're in A Monkey's Uncle with
A Funicello. So here's one we're stretching a little bit outside of Disney, but Annette Funicello came back and did a movie in the 1980s called Back to the Beach, which also co-starred none other than Pee Wee Herman. All right, so give me a voice connection.
He was Locke in Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Correct.
Nice.
So let's go really deep. Has anyone ever heard of the movie Midnight Madness? Yeah, awesome. Okay, so that was actually Paul Rubens' first film role. It was a 1980 Disney movie. It also co-starred a lot of interesting people. You may see them in this clip, I don't think so. It's a classic.
If Justin had to coordinate our outfits today, I would have won that.
Yes, that was a mistake, by the way.
Anyway.
Anyhow, he was a little more Cowboy Curtis there than Pee-wee, but... think of another connection.
Okay, I'm going to stick with the voice.
Okay, okay.
So you can do with that. So how about a little droid named X?
Oh, Rex. All right. So actually, this year is the 30th anniversary of the original Star Tours at Disneyland. So we thought to celebrate that, we brought a little clip from the very inspired opening of Star Tours, which you know, I mean, everybody wanted to see the original characters from the film, but not quite looking like themselves,
Well, you know.
and doing a ballet version that summarized the film.
That's what everyone had.
What?
Not bad.
Never expected life as I get at Disneyland. This is so exciting. So as you can see, they've gone all out to make us feel right at home. Maybe they've gone a little too far. You're right. It is a special day. Today is the grand opening of Star Tours. Might I have this, please? No, you were meant to bring them. I remember distinctly. Oh, whatever shall we do now? How on earth are we ever going to cut the ribbon?
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Ballet.
And it's going to be exactly like this. I think it's a broom handle. Get on with it. Come on, I can I think you guys are fantastic.